Namaste, yogis. And today I have a beautiful, about 30-minute Yin Yoga class for you guys. And we're going to be starting in the child pose position. For today's class, if you have one or two blocks, you might want to keep them handy. Two would be preferable, but you can get by with only one. So we're going to go at the end of our yoga mat, just kneeling down here in the seated position like this. And we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to invite you to lower yourself down, and then your arms can go behind you, resting the back of your hands on the floor and bringing the forehead to rest here. If this is a little challenging for you, you can grab a block and just bring your forehead to rest on the block for support. So we're going to use this beautiful moment to reconnect with our breath. And we're just going to chill out here in this position. And from here, we can just push ourselves up a little bit. If you have your blocks, I'm going to invite you to put them in front of you. A little further away, we're going to place our hands on top, kind of placing the wrist in the middle of the block here. And you can bring your knees to the edges of your yoga mat. And then from here, one big inhale. Exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down. And we're just going to be stretching out our upper back and shoulders here. If you're able to bring your forehead to the ground, please do so. If not, you can just kind of dangle here, connecting with your breath again. And this should feel really good for your inner groin if you bring your knees to the edges of your yoga mat and your shoulder and upper back area with this gentle stretch. And from here, I'm going to invite you to place the blocks aside. So with your hands on the floor in front of you, you're going to take one big inhale, raising the left arm up and back. Exhale, we're going to scoop around and go into a gentle side twist here, lowering ourselves onto the left shoulder and the left side of the head. So continuing on opening up the upper body. And this is really amazing for your spine. Any kind of twist is always really good. And I'm going to invite you to push yourself up, releasing the twist, and placing your left hand in front of you. Now we're going to take one big inhale, raising the right arm up and back. Exhale, we're going to scoop it around, lowering ourselves down to the right shoulder this time. And we can slowly release the twist. And from here, we're just going to close our knees. And I'm going to invite you to come onto all fours. And from here, we're going to raise our hips up, untucking our toes, going into a sort of plank pose here, lowering your hips in line with your spine. Bracing your core. And then we can take one big inhale. Exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down very slowly onto our stomach. And we can bring the top of our feet on the floor. And I'm going to invite you to place your elbows in line with your shoulders and hands in front of you. First Sphinx pose here. So once more, reconnecting with your breath. If you want, I like sometimes to point my toes outwards, opening up my groin area a little bit. This feels good. And it kind of puts a little bit more of a stretch in the low back. And we can release, flaring out our elbows, bringing the forehead to the back of the hands here. Taking a few moments to breathe. And when you're ready, you can place your hands in line with your shoulders, and we're going to push ourselves up, coming back onto all fours. So from here, we're going to take one big inhale, raising the left leg up and back, Exhale, we're going to swing it to the front here. And from the kneeling position here, we're going to open our left knee to 90-degree angle, just like this, or I can do it facing you guys so you see. So opening it up like this, we're going to lower ourselves and supporting ourselves with the left elbow here. And then the right hand's going to come, big inhale, raising the right hand. Exhale, it's going to come behind our head, and we're just going to lean to the side a little bit here. So working again on our inner groin, stretching out the right side. And close your eyes and reconnect internally with yourself, using your breath to soften up any tightness in your body. This is one we haven't done before and feels really good. And we can close the left knee back, releasing the position. I'm just going to turn around here to have some more space. We're going to come all the way down back onto all fours, and then one big inhale, raising the right leg up and back. Exhale, swinging it forward into a kneeling position, and then we're just going to walk it out to a 90-degree angle like this. So one big inhale, exhale, we're going to lower ourselves onto the right elbow here. Inhale, raising the left arm up, and then bring it behind the head as we lean towards the right. You can kind of move your knee forward a little bit just to go into a deeper stretch. So you can play with the angle of your knee to find what feels best. And we can release, bringing back our upper torso in line with our hips. And then the right leg can come back in and back onto all fours. So from here again, we're going to take one big inhale, raising the left leg up and back. Exhale, we're going to swing it forward. Then we're going to go into high flying dragon. This is where you can use the 2 blocks for support. I'm just going to shoot our hips forward and down, really working on stretching out the hip flexors. There's always a lot of tightness in that area from sitting down a lot every day. So this is really beneficial for your health. It's a really great posture to do. Just going to be taking this off. There you go. So you can close your eyes here, straightening out your posture, dropping your shoulder blades back and down. can take one big inhale, and on the exhale we're going to move our hips back, going into a gentle hamstring stretch here. And we can release, coming back onto all fours. So from here, you can do a bit of cat and cow. Big inhale, looking up, curving the spine. Exhale, pushing through your hands and shoulder blades, rounding the spine. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, pushing through the spine once more. Inhale up. Exhale through the spine. And coming back to neutral. So that felt really good. Now we're going to be working on the other side. So one big inhale, raising the right leg up and back. Exhale, shooting it forward, grabbing the blocks. Moving our hips forward and down. Feeling that deep stretch into the left hip flexor. And then using the blocks for support. Going into high flying dragon on this side this time. And you can take one big inhale. Exhale, I'm going to invite you to move your hips back, straightening out the right leg, using the blocks for support, and just going into a gentle hamstring stretch as a counter pose here. And we can release. And I'm going to invite you to just come to the center of your yoga mat very gently here. We're going to make our way to the seated position. And from here, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to invite you to lower yourselves down onto your backs. So from here, we're going to need one block. And we're going to take one big inhale with our knees at a 90-degree angle like this. Exhale, we're going to push through the sole of our feet, lifting our hips up and placing the block at the base of our spine. So this feels really good. It's kind of an inverted position. That's just going to bring a bit more blood to your head, bring more blood to your heart, to your lungs. It does feel really good. So just a few breaths like this. And when you're ready, keeping your left leg bent, we're just going to extend the right leg forward. You can put it all the way straight if you can. Should feel some pulling at the front of your right hip flexor. So you can bring the back of your hands on the floor here for support. and just see how that feels. And we can bring the right leg back to a 90-degree angle. And now we can extend the left leg in front of us, supporting ourselves with our shoulder blades firmly planted onto the floor, the back of our hands, and the right leg here bent at 90 degrees. And from here we can bring the left leg back at a 90-degree angle. Big inhale. Exhale, pushing our hips up, releasing the block, and bringing our hips back down. So from here I'm going to invite you to bring the left ankle underneath the right knee, opening up the left leg here by pushing on the left knee. And through the opening that we just created, we're going to go into reclined pigeon pose. So we're going to take one big inhale here. Exhale. We're going to reach through the hole here, holding on to the front of the right knee and pulling our legs back in towards the chest. And you should feel a deep stretch into your left glute. So that's one way to do it. The pigeon pose from lying down on your back instead of the usual pigeon pose. So we're going to explore this today together. And we can bring the right leg back down, uncrossing our legs here. And take a little moment to wiggle your knees left to right. And a windshield wiper motion, which I really like to do because it feels so amazing for the low back when I do this. And now the right ankle can come just underneath the left knee, pushing the right hip open. And through the opening, one big inhale. Exhale, reaching out through, holding on to the top of the left knee and pulling your legs in here, feeling that deep stretch in the right glute. And we can release the right leg, uncrossing our legs here, planting our feet on the floor, and then wiggling our knees left to right. So from here, let's extend our legs in front of us. Going into Savasana, I'm going to invite you to get comfortable on your yoga mat, closing your eyes. Really letting go of any type of control you're trying to exercise over your muscle or over your mind. This is the perfect opportunity for you to let go of everything and really fully relax. So just embrace that moment with everything that it provides to you, which is total peace, silence, comfort, and a feeling of lightness that we all much need into our lives. So you guys can stay a little longer to Savasana if you want. I'm gonna come to the seated position. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's short but fulfilling Yin Yoga class. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. You can share classes with friends, family members to support what I do. You can also always donate at any point in time out of your own kindness of your heart, whatever amount you want to support my classes and my teaching. Or you can go to my website at yinyogawithmatt.com, and there is a membership section for $20 a month where you can support me there and get more exclusive content with me that is not offered to anybody else. So hands at the heart, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next class. Namaste, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye.